is RSN, Real Science Now. Let's dive right into the show.
Weird Science Weekends, the incredible adventures of tardigrades. Welcome to Weird Science Weekends, where we dive into the most bizarre and mind-boggling wonders of the natural world. Today, we're exploring a creature so resilient and extraordinary, it might just make you believe in aliens. Meet the tardigrade, also known as the water bear. These microscopic marvels are like the superheroes of the tiny world, capable of surviving conditions that would make most creatures call it quits. Buckle up as we embark on a wild journey into the weird and wonderful world of tardigrades. Imagine a creature so small you need a microscope to see it. Now, picture it looking like a tiny bear with 8 legs and a plump, segmented body. This is the tardigrade, or water bear, named for its bear-like appearance under the microscope. Despite their size, tardigrades pack a punch when it comes to survival skills. First discovered in 1773 by German zoologist Johann August Ephraim Goeze, tardigrades have been making scientists scratch their heads ever since. They're tiny, typically around 0.5 millimeters long, but they're mighty, with a knack for surviving the most extreme conditions imaginable. Tardigrades are the ultimate survivalists. Think you've had a rough day? Try living through space. Yes, tardigrades have been sent into outer space and live to tell the tale. They can endure the vacuum of space, extreme temperatures, radiation, and even the lack of water. If there were an Olympics for survival skills, tardigrades would take home all the gold medals. How do they manage this? It's all thanks to a superpower known as cryptobiosis. When conditions get tough, tardigrades go into a state of suspended animation. They dry out and shrink into a tiny ball called a ton. In this state, they can withstand temperatures from nearly absolute zero to over 300 degrees Fahrenheit, pressures higher than those found in the deepest ocean trenches, and even lethal doses of radiation. In 2007, scientists put tardigrades to the ultimate test by sending them into space aboard a European Space Agency mission. They were exposed to the vacuum of space, intense radiation, and extreme temperatures. When the mission returned, scientists were amazed to find that the tardigrades not only survived, but also managed to reproduce. It was like discovering that tiny creatures from another planet had just passed their space test with flying colors. The space experiment demonstrated that tardigrades are some of the most resilient life forms on Earth, or beyond. Their ability to endure the harsh conditions of space suggests that life might exist elsewhere in the universe, thriving in environments previously thought to be uninhabitable. If you think surviving space is impressive, wait until you hear about the time tardigrades took a dip in a boiling pot. In 2008, researchers subjected tardigrades to boiling water, hoping to see if they could handle such extreme heat. Guess what? The little critters shrugged off the scalding water and continued their microscopic adventures. It's like watching a superhero stroll through a volcano and emerge unscathed. The secret to their heat tolerance lies in their ability to protect their proteins and cellular structures when they enter cryptobiosis. Essentially, they're like little survival suits, equipped to handle all sorts of hostile environments. Despite their impressive feats on land and in space, tardigrades are most comfortable in their aquatic homes. They live in a variety of habitats, including mosses, lichen, and the sediment at the bottom of ponds and oceans. If you've ever seen a patch of moss and thought it looked like a cozy little world, you're not far off. Mosses are a prime habitat for tardigrades, providing them with moisture and a steady supply of food. When you look at a moss patch under a microscope, it's like watching a bustling city of tiny, squirming creatures. Tardigrades move with a peculiar bear-like gait, and they're constantly on the hunt for algae, bacteria, and other microscopic morsels. They're like the ultimate mini foragers, ensuring they never go hungry. One of the most fascinating aspects of tardigrades is their ability to reproduce in extreme conditions. They can lay eggs that can remain dormant for years, waiting for the right conditions to hatch. Imagine if you could sleep through the toughest times and wake up when things get better. That's what tardigrades do. These eggs are tough enough to survive extreme temperatures, radiation, and even the vacuum of space. When conditions improve, the eggs hatch, and new tardigrades emerge, ready to continue their microscopic adventures. It's like having a built-in survival plan for any apocalypse. So, how do tardigrades achieve their incredible feats? It all comes down to their unique biology. When they enter cryptobiosis, they produce a special protein called trehalose. This protein protects their cells from damage caused by dehydration and radiation. It's like having a personal shield that keeps their cells intact, even in the harshest conditions. Additionally, tardigrades have unique proteins and enzymes that help them repair damage caused by extreme environments. This biological resilience allows them to bounce back from conditions that would be fatal for most other organisms. Tardigrades have captured the imagination of scientists and the public alike. They've appeared in various forms of media, including cartoons, video games, and even as mascots for scientific events. Their incredible survival skills make them perfect candidates for stories about resilient and quirky creatures. In popular culture, tardigrades are often portrayed as tiny, invincible heroes. They're the microscopic equivalent of superheroes, equipped with powers that allow them to conquer the most extreme challenges. If there were a superhero team of tiny creatures, tardigrades would definitely be on the roster. Researchers are still uncovering the mysteries of tardigrades and their incredible abilities. Studying these resilient creatures helps scientists understand more about the limits of life and the potential for life beyond Earth. The insights gained from tardigrade research could have implications for space travel, medicine, and even the search for extraterrestrial life. Scientists are also exploring how the unique proteins and enzymes found in tardigrades can be used in biotechnology and medicine. For example, trehalose and other protective molecules might help preserve biological samples or improve the resilience of crops and other organisms. So, there you have it, the amazing story of tardigrades, the microscopic creatures that defy the odds and conquer the most extreme environments. From surviving space to thriving in boiling water, these tiny superheroes are truly remarkable. Their incredible resilience and quirky charm make them a perfect fit for Weird Science Weekends. Next time you're looking for a little inspiration, just remember the tardigrades and their ability to adapt and survive. They remind us that even in the tiniest of creatures, there's a world of wonder and possibility.
That's a wrap for this episode of RSN Real Science Now. Thanks for tuning in, science lovers. Keep questioning everything and explore the world around you. We'll be back with more mind-blowing facts soon. Until then, stay curious.